So, all right. So first, welcome to everyone who came. Hopefully some more people will come. And so I just wanted to introduce some of the MCMs who are here today. So I'm an MCM. If you don't know me, I'm Mary Clayson. And then Heidi, would you introduce yourself?
I'm Heidi. I'm also an MCM as well, if you don't know
And
me.
I'm Sarah Wells, and an MCM.
And if you guys don't know Sarah, she's amazing. She does the VAP Kid lesson bank. And so if any of you are part of that, that is Sarah's baby, pride and joy. She runs all that good stuff. Oh, hi, Missy. She's the other admin with me on Tips and Tricks. Okay, so if any questions pop up, either you can just say them or you can write them in the chat box. But what I figure we'll do is we'll just kind of generally run through the new hiring process and the new certification center, kind of what's going on there with it. And then if people have questions, then we can do that. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So I was like, I don't know if any of you want to jump and start with talking about the new hiring process. Sarah, Heidi, do either of you feel good talking about what that's all about?
We need a delightful visual. Do you have a delightful visual?
Yes.
That would be good.
It would have been
Visuals
great.
are great.
Here, you talk and I'll make a visual.
Oh, I was like, I think I might have a delightful visual.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
To look. So Heidi, you should kick it off.
All right. Well, the first thing that you do, of course, is your applicant will apply, hopefully using your referral code, if not someone else's. After that, they're either, see, this is where I'm a little fuzzy, to be honest. So they get interviewed or they submit a demo. Is that still accurate?
Yes.
Right? Yes? Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. Sarah?
Yep, that's accurate. And
Okay.
the truth is the reason why this is fuzzy is that is an ever-changing first step.
Yes.
And they do little programs to see if this works better, if they can get better success with this and that. And so that's always kind of like this little shifting thing. But that's the standard.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and I think basically they base it off of, I think, just experience, off of teaching experience, if they're going to submit a demo or if they're going to do an interview type of thing is what I've heard. So after that, they are pushed to what we call the certification center now. So they actually have four different choices in the certification center. So we have the interactive, which is level 2. We have level 2 static, which is just your typical lesson without all the interactive features. And that certification is for 2 and 3. And then we also have the certification for 4 and 5 grouped together. So 4 different classes, interactive, level 2 and 3, and 4 and 5. Oh, I'm
yeah,
3, sorry.
I was going to say, I can't only count. 3 classes.
I can't count, guys. No worries. So 3 classes, 3 different options, but 3 different certifications.
Yes, very good. And so just to add on to that, so there's the 3 certifications, and during the hiring process, they can certify for all 3, 2, or 1 of those. But they have to do that within the hiring process, and then later on, they can get the other levels through the certification center, which we'll talk about later. But if they want to be certified for all of them at once, they can try. But each one will be a separate mock that they have to schedule. So they won't be able to do all the levels all in one mock. So if they want to do all 3, they got to schedule 3 mocks before they sign their contract.
Yes. And we recommend maybe not doing them all back to back to back, maybe allowing some space to allow some of that feedback to kind of hit home as far as things to adjust and modify.
And make sure you're checking with your applicants. Check what their feedback is, work with them and help them, because now you won't you can do the mocks as many times as you want, I guess, but we don't want people doing it 4 or 5 times. That means that they're probably not taking the feedback or not practicing it or getting the help that they need. So make sure you check with your applicant, see how you can best help them prepare for those mocks. Anything to add, Sarah? Or
Nope, that's good.
Nope, I think that's great.
Okay, so any questions about the hiring process? Oh, I did have one more. So when you are looking at your applicant status, you will see that it will say certification, and you won't be able to know which ones they're certifying for unless you talk with them. It will just say they're in that process until they reach contract. I see a question from Missy, so they get to pick which one to start with. Yes, they do. They get to choose when they schedule their mock, they will pick which certification they want to try and get. And no, there is no time limit, I don't think, to complete the mocks. Is there a time limit?
No, not that
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, any other questions about the hiring process or helping your applicants? All right, sweet. Okay, did you find that visual, Sarah? Or?
Yes, and I just got permission in this very second to share it. So
Very good.
timing. So let me share with you all in T-3, 2, 1. Okay, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Is that helpful
yeah,
to
that's
see?
great.
So you have your interview, demo, there to decide, you're going to the certification center, and then you're going to choose the lower levels or the upper levels, and then you can go to the contract, or if you don't do well, you can support center and you can keep recycling, or upper contract, support center, circle, circle. Keep
Ooh.
going, trying forever.
That is a beautiful, that's a far better visual than I would have made. Thanks for finding that.
Excellent.
And of course, as it says, if you have questions, please email VIP Kid. We're here to try and get you some information, but since it is ever changing and things like that, if you have questions, please talk with VIP Kid. Okay, should we start talking about this certification center then? Unless I don't see any other questions, right? Nope. Okay, great. All right. So, Sarah, did you want to start off the certification center?
I am the wrong person.
Oh,
I was like, I don't know. You just
okay. Then,
what do we want to talk about?
You just
Okay.
submit your thing.
Okay, so first off, if you don't know, the certification center just started, and this is how you get new levels. And so if you are only certified for maybe static level 2 and trials, or level upper levels or something, and you want to get more levels so then you can get more bookings, you go to the certification tab in your teacher portal. When you go there, you will see what certifications you have and what are available to you. They'll be grayed out if they're not, and if you click on it, it will have smiley faces if you've met all the prerequisites, and if you haven't met one of them, they will have a frowny face. So then that means that you are not able to do that certification yet. But if you've got all smiley faces, then you can apply to certify for that. And so once you click on that, Heidi, do you know what happens?
Yes, because I had to do a trial 3.0, guys. I hadn't taught trials. So anyway, so you go into the practice room. After you do that, you have to take a short quiz. Still multiple choice, I believe, from what I've seen. After that, you go ahead and you prepare your lesson. It'll have some examples of some lessons as far as TPR, things that they expect you to include in the lesson. And it'll give you some tips and tricks as far as what that level is like to teach. Afterwards, you go ahead and you find the lesson. You go ahead and go through it, prepare the lesson, get all of your nice props and everything like that. And then, of course, you teach the lesson by going into the practice room. So this may have changed from when I recorded my demo, but it used to reset after an hour. So if you didn't like it the first time, you had to wait an hour to resubmit it. If you're a perfectionist like me and can't stand submitting a video that has you scratching your nose or something, or your child yelling in the background, which is not good. So you have to wait an hour to resubmit it. Now they do say online that if you make a mistake, it's okay if you get flustered, take a deep breath, start over. You know, I think if you're in the very first part of your demo, that would be okay, but maybe you'd want to resubmit the whole thing if it's halfway through or something for that. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then just so you know, once you've submitted that and recorded it, then it is reviewed by mock mentors and other teacher mentors and other people at the head office, and they look through these videos and grade it according to the rubric of the mocks, as the same mock rubric as when you first applied. So they're still looking for the same awesome things that you did before and were graded on before. So hopefully you're going to be remembering those things. You can, of course, still get training. I think in the Hutong, you can even get the one-on-one training right now with some of your tokens, which is a really great way, especially if you're not passing a level. And then you should be notified, of course, if you passed or failed and receive feedback. So yeah, and I do see a question that says, how often will new certifications be open to us? And I think that just depends on how soon you have met the prerequisites, and I don't know their exact way of dealing them out. But I think there's like a general, the general ones that are open to everybody, but then there's special ones that come out at different times and according to need. Do you know anything about that, Sarah, Heidi?
No, I think that's right.
That's accurate.
It's a mystery of the VIP Kid universe. But I do think that after you've taught for a while, you might be, for example, on mine, I have all of them except for interactive level 1 because I don't want to do it. They've asked me lots and I've said no, because that's not my jam. But I am pretty sure that if you're in that kind of scenario where like you haven't wanted to and then suddenly like, I think I want to, I'm pretty sure in that case, you could email them and say, okay, I would like to try that now, and they would open it up. But for new teachers, you got to do your dues in, I teach level 2 for a while, and then, okay, now I'm ready to go on to the next or whatever.
Nice. Okay. I think that, and so basically you can do as many as you want to do if they're open to you. And so you can work on those.
And do them, because the more you're certified for, the more opportunity you have to be booked. I do not recommend being selective. I'm just only selective with that one. All the rest of them I'm certified.
Level 1 is great, Sarah. Come on.
It's too much energy. Let them go to those who do. Yes.
More level 1s for me.
But yes, especially if you are looking to get more bookings, as the more certifications you have, the more opportunity you have to have students. So it's really, really great way. Okay, I think that's basically an overview of the new hiring process and certification center. Do any of you have questions? Either type it in the chat box or unmute. Okay, sweet. This was a pretty short video then, so I will record this and put it up. Hopefully it can give some other people some insight. Sarah, Heidi, did you have any?
I do have something that some people might be interested in.
Yes.
So there is one other part so if you're recruiting people and to helping them get through, and they get an email offering the opportunity to go to one of the training workshops in that beginning process, that's a big old yes. Have them go to that training workshop. Those workshops are the hiring rate for the people who are going through those training workshops, because basically it was the Fast Pass, the online Fast Pass got converted into a Cert Center workshop. And so it's the same information that's being taught at the Fast Passes in person, but it got converted into a thing in there. It's still kind of in a startup demo process right now, so not everyone gets the invite to go to them. But if you have an applicant, there's a pre-interview workshop that's just kind of like a welcome to VIP Kid, here's it's all about and what's going to happen. And then there's like a actual training for like the lower level. We're going to teach you how to do TPR and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And definitely encourage your referral to go to that, because they'll have a huge advantage over not going. That's all.
Yes. No. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Those really are incredible and get your applicants so prepared. So thank you, Sarah. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see any other questions pop up in the group chat.
Yes, but I also do scratch my nose on every single YouTube video I've ever made too. It bothers me, so I have to re-record it.
Oh man, I know, I'm always doing something with my hair.
I think they'll be adding more education courses. Oh, as far as the VIP kid TESOL, is that what you're referring to? Yes.
It's VIP
No,
kid.
no.
It could be a yes
I'll
or a
answer
no.
for
Like,
you.
yeah, I was like, we
You
never
never know
know.
with VIP.
No. I'm sure
Never
that
know.
there's probably going to be, I could see them adding more major courses as far as, because they're always trying to evolve and everything like that. I don't know about education courses necessarily, because I don't know, I mean, it's a TESOL course, we're teaching ESL, but I don't know. It's
So
VIP
yeah,
kid.
I would say it's split 50-50. I could see them doing it, and I could see them not, depending on how popular the TESOL class was.
But it's great. You should all do it. Had really great information. Read
Yeah,
it
I still
all.
need to do that one. I just haven't had the time. Okay, any last questions? All right, you guys have awesome. Thank you for coming and providing this recording. I know that it is kind of an odd time, so hopefully this can help some other people better understand the certification center and hiring process. And thank you, Heidi and Sarah, for coming. I didn't want to be the only one giving information, especially if I had it wrong.
Another dumb face to make yours look.
No!
So
Anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Of course, put any comments on the Facebook page too if you have any other questions. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.